This is Speak Your Piece, sharing the opinions of your coastal neighbors on today's pressing regional issues.
My name is Kyle Frey. I have lived in Morehead City for 4 years and have been an oyster farmer since 2016. I am a small business owner and a farmer, so I care a lot about jobs, our economy, and the regulations around my industry. But I've also loved the outdoors since I was little. And now, as an oyster farmer, I spend a lot of time thinking about our water and protecting our environment. A lot of people talk about jobs and environmental protection as opposing things. You either favor one or the other. This election, I'm thinking about how we reframe that debate. You can do both, and oyster farming is the perfect example how. Oysters are one of the only sustainable ways to produce protein. Unlike cows, chickens, and other livestock, raising oysters has no negative impacts on the ecosystem that they're grown in. Actually, they provide a lot of positives for that ecosystem. The oysters are natural filters, actually better than a Brita filter. So the more oysters in an area, the more water that they can clean. Oyster shells are also made out of calcium, which is very important because that means they can neutralize ocean acidification. On top of that, oyster farms provide shelters for all sorts of critters, crabs, fish, eels. Every new oyster lease is a new reef, meaning they create new mini ecosystems that draw fish back to the shore. Oyster farms also offer year-round full-time jobs for small coastal communities, places that often rely more on seasonal jobs and tourism. The job growth opportunities are endless, and the work provides a real sense of pride in what you are doing. All of that makes oyster farms a rare win-win. For every job you create, you also protect the environment. So then, what matters for me in this election? Oyster farming is still a young industry here in North Carolina. A lot of people still don't know about it. This means a lot of government agencies and laws don't understand us quite yet. Oyster farmers are recognized as farmers, but we don't get all of the subsidies or benefits that other farmers, terrestrial farmers, get. At the same time, we're subject to a lot of regulations that really don't make sense for us. Right now, I can't get the same insurance plans that, traditional farmers receive. And when I tried to construct a small platform to help assist with the work on our lease and make us more efficient, I was told I was not allowed to construct it because it was a floating structure. And I had to add an engine to the structure for no other reason than to make it a technically self-propelled boat. As our industry grows, we're hitting a lot of walls. It's annoying, but it's also to be expected. Right now, we're governed by laws that were written before oyster farming with this type of gear existed. The good news is, this industry is in its beginning stages, and for every wall we hit, we have the opportunity to rebuild them along the way. This is our chance to shape how this industry will function for years to come. It's the same way with other issues in our area. As the rural areas start to develop around us, we need to be aware of how we can do that while protecting the environment as much as possible. Some examples include creating a living shoreline to help protect from erosion, investing more in controlling water runoff with things such as porous concrete and rainwater collectors. Oyster farms are just one way that we can boost an economy and protect the environment at the same time. We need to change how we approach these ideas because we can do both at the same time.
Interested in being on Speak Your Piece? Visit shoresides.org for more information on how to work with us.